So then, Barcelona lose to Atletico Madrid 2-0. That's the score. Today we're going to talk about the three games that happened: the Barca Atleti, PSG Arsenal, PSG Arsenal, PSG Liverpool, and Real Madrid Bayern Munich. The Arsenal games I'm not going to talk about much. I did see it, but there's not much to talk about. Let's be honest to us. The first game we're going to talk about is Barcelona Atletico Madrid. Right now, I'm out of words. That's why I'm gonna take a minute here and just talk about how Ferran Torres is. Okay, I'm sorry, but Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal was the star man. Lamine Yamal was everything today for Barcelona. That was it. That it was Lamine nil, Atletico 2, because there's no Barcelona today. I didn't see Barcelona today. I saw Lamine Yamal and a bunch of amateur footballers play. Ferran Torres ain't even amateur, bro. Ferran Torres is a citizen. You know, like normal people walking on the road. That's Ferran Torres, bro. Ferran Torres is a citizen. This was one of the that red card. Why do we 2024 Araujo, 2025 Eric Kubarsi against Benfica, Eric against Monaco, 2026 no 2025 Araujo again against Chelsea, and now 2026, Paul Kubarsi yet again gets a red. Yes, it is a red. Okay, it is a red. It's not yellow. You can say, oh, Molina kind of goes into it. I don't care. You as a defender need to have the awareness that Giuliano Simeone is gonna try to do that. He's going to try to get a penalty, a foul when he's last man. He's gonna try to get across you to try to make you touch him and go down. Kobashi needs to understand that. And I know he's 19 or whatever, but he's been in the game for 2 years now. He's got a red before. It is disgusting. It's just, I mean, that red card just ruined the game. Even with the red card, we played. When I say we, Lamine Yamal played so well. First of all, the first substitution, well, free kick by Alvarez, by the way. Unbelievable free kick by Alvarez. You could not stop it. And at that point, Kubarsi should have just let Giuliano Simeone go one-on-one with John Garcia. Regardless, Alvarez scores, unbelievable free kick. We go into halftime, 1-0. I'm thinking, okay, let's maybe get Lewandowski off because Lewandowski at 10 man, he doesn't have the legs to run. Let's get Firmino on. Let's play Omo false nine like we did last game against Atletico, and let's get Firmino on. That's it. That's the only substitution I wanted. That was the only substitution that was needed. Get Firmino on, play Omo, Firmino, Pedri, Eric Garcia can go back, and we can have a proper game. What do? We take Pedri off. Hansi Flick decided to take Pedri off. Was Pedri having one of the best games? Was Pedri having a vintage Pedri game? No, he wasn't. But was Pedri needed? God damn, yes, he was. Why would you get Gavi on? What has Gavi shown? Gavi, I love Gavi. Gavi's a heart. But Gavi's come back from injury. He's not good enough right now. He's not good enough right now. Why take Pedri off? Why take Diba? Pedri was in a yellow card. I don't care. Pedri would have changed that game. Pedri would have found passes. Pedri would have created. Pedri would have held Lamine Yamal because it felt like at the end it was all but Lamine Yamal. And what I don't understand is for 10 minutes we wasted time going back to the left side. We kept going to the left wing. Why are we going to the left wing when we have the best player in the world on the right wing? Why are we going to the left? Just let him get the ball and let him do it because whenever he gets the ball, we actually do something. And can I talk about Marcus Rashford, by the way? First 3 minutes in, he missed a chance, which Atletico messed up. Lamine played him a cute pass in. Rashford could have finished that. Atletico messed up. They messed up with their passing. I think it was Molina that messed up the pass. And Lamine plays him through. Rashford could have finished that. He didn't even get his corner. He didn't even get that. Was a very terrible shot. Then the second half, Lamine played him two passes. One was the Trivela pass, it was beautiful Trivela pass in for Rashford, one-on-one with the keeper. Yeah, he had pressure, but he's a professional. He's a professional winger that always has pressure on him. I don't want to hear this excuse, oh, he had two defenders on him that were right behind him. They were behind him. He's faster than them. He's got a shot to him. Why is he not scoring? Terrible shot. The second one, again, Lamine plays him a beautiful pass, and Rashford, again, I don't know what he does in the second one. It's just terrible. Three chances that Rashford missed today. Ferran Torres, when he came on, I know I'll get to Ferran Torres later. I'm going to get to everyone later. The damning part about this is we were actually good. We created chances. We created more chances than them. They got one chance and they scored with Solot. Terrible defending, by the way. Three passes and they opened us up. I'm not saying, okay, we're on 10 man, I get it. But you decided to play Eric Garcia centre back. You decided to take Pedri off because you wanted to play four centre backs and we conceded a goal. And what was Eric Garcia doing on the goal? But why wasn't he covering Solot? Why was Gerard Martin behind Solot? Why aren't you head of this massive man when you know the only thing that's going to come from the left side is a cross? It's an easy tap in for Solot. There's nothing to it. It was easy tap in for Solot to score. And it's one of the easiest goals Atletico has ever scored in their life because 3 passes and they're scored. So terrible defending, terrible defending twice with obviously the red card and then that goal, and then the way we were just passing around, the sloppiness of Ferran Torres when he came out. I do not understand why we play him. We need a striker, bro. We need someone who can score goals when Rafinha is out, because when Rafinha is out, it feels like this team just cannot score. Do you know why we win when Rafinha is there? Of course he presses, of course he does all those things, of course, but Rafinha scores low XG chances. Those are chances that big teams like your PSGs, like your Real Madrids, like your Bayern Munichs, like even your Arsenal is the only team that's having a problem with that. The big teams score these low XG chances where their players show individual quality to finish chances that normal players cannot finish. They're not trying to pass the ball into the net. We are not 2011 Barcelona. We're not 2009 Barcelona that can pass the ball into the net. We're not that good. We don't have those kind of players. We need players who can take the ball and sometimes just shoot and score, which Rafinha does. Rafinha, if Lamine plays some of those passes to Rafinha, which he did to Rashford, which he did to Ferran today, Rafinha and missing. Rafinha and missing some of the crosses that we got that some of the players missed today. Rafinha can get the ball outside the box and bang it and he can score. That is why we win games with Rafinha, because he knows how to get the ball in the net. I do not understand. Ferran Torres, bro. This guy comes on, he takes a touch, right? He takes a touch in the camp now. It goes to Montjuic. Why is your touch going there? There was an incident, right, where he got the ball and he needed to pass back because he didn't have any option. I was like, okay, he's gonna pass back. He passed back. He failed that pass back as well. He couldn't pass back. Fermin Lopez was in front of him. No one trying to pressure him. He needs to pass back, and he plays it behind. He plays it there. Like Fermin Lopez standing here, and he's playing it like there. Fermin Lopez had to run back and get it. Ruined that attack. He ruined that attack so many times in that link up. And okay, I'm not going to stop blaming him too much because I feel like I wasn't expecting much from him anyway. But there's times where I felt like, bro, you're just ruining the attack. You're ruining the link up. Like, you at this point, why doesn't Hansi Flick just get Rooney Badachi on the right wing and play Yamal false nine? Yamal, just play Yamal false nine, bro, because Lamine Yamal is the only one actually doing stuff. The way Lamine Yamal, the dribble he did in the 31st minute, oh my god! I was like, okay, I was watching it with my sister. I was like, oh, Lamine, there's 4 players on you, just pass. And he said, nah, I'm Lamine Yamal. Went through 4 players, almost scored. He's so unlucky not to score today. He's so unlucky not to get an assist today. And people are gonna come back and look at this game. Oh, Lamine Yamal got 0 G again. But go watch this game, bro. Go watch why Lamine Yamal got 0 GA, because this guy just doesn't have a striker who can finish chances. Lamine Yamal looks up. He took a free kick, right? Lamine Yamal looked up while taking the free kick, shot Ferran Torres in the box and said, "You know what, Bo? You deserve to go outside, bro. You don't deserve to go in the box." That's the problem. I mean, it's always the case with Barcelona. These red cards, these stupid decisions. It is. I mean, I don't even blame Hansi Flick today. I don't blame Lamine Yamal today. Some of the players as well, like Fermin Lopez, that I've expected much more from Fermin Lopez. Like just shoot, do something, create something. He shot a shot. The only one shot he shot was from literally like halfway line, bro. Why are you shooting from them? From there? Are you too many? Are you too many trying to score from some stupid distance and sending it to the stands, which he always does? Come on, Fermin. Come on, Rashford. Come on, man. I mean, Cancelo. I think Cancelo was very good today. I think Gerard Martin was good until he messed up that solo challenge. But again, that solo, Eric Garcia should have been on him. I think Kunde didn't do anything. Pedri was all right in the first half. I think Pedri was fine, and if he kept him home, I kept him on. I think he does better. Gavi, I mean, I don't even blame Gavi. He's come back from injury and he's expected to play against 10-man Atletico. I don't expect much from him. He didn't add much to the attack. He didn't add much. He didn't add much to anything really. The only 2 players which I looked at and went, okay, you guys were good today, was Lamine Yamal and Joao Cancelo. I think both of them really tried. Lamine Yamal tried so much. The amount of dribbles, the amount of chances, the shots he was trying to take, the way he was left devastated after the game, really shows you he put his heart out today. He put everything he had in him today on the pitch. It reminded me of Messi in 2018-19. In the 2019 season, Lionel Messi put his heart out. He carried Barcelona on his back to try to win us everything. And at the end of the day, he failed at Anfield, where we lost through that comeback because of stupid mistakes from the defense, because of the team not having the mentality to do what they need to do. And it's happened again. This Barcelona, they don't need just a striker. They don't need just a defender. They need to understand they don't need to understand that some teams don't just come to play pure football. They come to play dirty football sometimes, and we need to understand how to play mind games, how to play dirty football. Because what Julian Simeone did today, coming across that side of some a slight dark art, that's what they do. They try to get a foul like that always, always, and we need to understand that these things will happen, and we need to understand some of the dark arts of football and play that way because we can't always play very good football with the best players in the world and win, right? Lamine, I mean the referee today as well. The thing that happened with Mosso and was it I think Koke or Molina. I think it was Koke, where Mosso the goalkeeper paused it and he kind of just stopped it with his hand, and I was like, "What's going on there?" But referee didn't see it. VR didn't intervene. I feel like that was a penalty. I feel like it was done wrong there. But and even the tackle from Molina on Lamine Yamal when he absolutely slammed him on the leg, like kicked him on the leg, didn't even go for the ball, just kicked him on the leg. That should have been a second yellow for him. That should have been a second yellow. But again, I'm gonna say I'm not gonna cry about the referees today because I feel like Atletico deserve to win today. Diego Simeone played the last game with most of his team rested. He said, "I'm gonna rest you guys for the main match in the Champions League." He rested his team. He came on today. He had a game plan and he succeeded. And he's gonna play mind games again by running off without handshaking and all that, all the things he does. He's just a weird guy. But this is terrible. I mean, I have no words. I'm sorry, Lamine Yamal. I'm sorry, Lamine Yamal. I'm sorry, Hansi Flick, because we can't give you players. And I'm not even going to blame the system because I don't see a point of blaming the system. We beat Atletico so many times with the same system. It's not about the system. It's about the players. It's about some of these players not stepping up when it matters the most in big moments. Some of the defensive errors we do, so the way our defense is so open at times is terrible. And yeah, I'm just sorry. I'm really sorry. Right, we're not winning the Champions League until we fix up and get some decent players that can play when Rafinha is out, when Lamine Yamal is out. We need players like that that can actually play and step up without giving it to one person like we did for so many years with Messi. And we saw how that turned out. We saw how that turned out. How we saw how we let Lionel Messi down again and again after 2015. So is what it is. Now, moving on to the Madrid and Bayern game. I'll go to the PSG Liverpool game at the end. Madrid and Bayern game, saw yesterday. Great game. I think Bayern played well. I think Madrid, to be fair, played very well. I think Madrid had a lot of chances. The individual quality was there, but there was one man that just did not let Madrid score today, and that was Manuel Neuer. Manuel Neuer was an absolute German wall today. That's what he's known as, and that's what he showed to the world. That even at 40, I am still one of the best keepers and one of the greatest keeper in world football. He's the greatest. For me, he's the greatest, maybe one of the greatest. So, what performance from Manuel Neuer yesterday. And Madrid had chances. Mbappe had quite a few chances. Vinicius Jr. with that stupid mistake that Upamecano did, which he always does in Champions League now. That's the Upamecano trademark. But Vinny failed to put it away. And when Vinny failed to put it away, I looked at Madrid and went, yeah, this is where you guys lose. This is where we know that they don't have luck. Because this is with Madrid, they sometimes Bayern is better than them. But Madrid have these kind of moments where they just go, where some Bayern player, some mistake's gonna happen. Like it happened in 2024 where Neuer dropped the ball and it fell to Joselu and Joselu scored. These things would happen with Madrid and they always make it count. But Vinicius Jr. yesterday didn't make it count, and I was like, this. I think you guys are going to lose this tie. I think Mbappe was decent today, although he missed some shots. But I think a very good save from Manuel Neuer. He did get his goal in the end from a beautiful cross in from Trent, and Mbappe puts it in. But Bayern Munich for me were brilliant. I think Bayern Munich had so many chances yesterday where they could have put the game away. Luis Diaz obviously got the goal with the pass from Gnabry, great hold up play from Harry Kane. But I think Bayern had way more chances in the end as well, where olise had a chance, Luis Diaz had quite a few, Gnabry had one, where Thiago Petach and Lunin messed up. Uh, so Bayern had quite a few chances in the match. Harry Kane with a brilliant goal. with cut in from Michael Olise. Harry Kane puts it in. And can we talk about Michael Olise yesterday? This brother is so good at football. I mean, everyone's been talking about Bundesliga tags that he's doing in the Bundesliga. He hasn't done it in the biggest stages yet. Well, guess what? He did it yesterday against Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu. It doesn't get much bigger than that. And he did it yesterday, and he was brilliant. He made Alvaro Carreras felt like, oh my god, I need to leave this pitch. I looked at Carreras at the end of the game, and he was like, oh, take me out. I need to go home, bro. I need to go home and sleep. I need my bed right now. I cannot see. He saw Olise, well, oh, whoa, okay, Olise, I'm sorry, bro. I'm on my knees. Like, Olise yesterday was dancing, bro. Dancing. He was brilliant performance from Olise. The way he was cutting in, the way he was going wide, he was doing whatever he wants. He was doing whatever he wants, and he was absolutely brilliant yesterday. And he really showed the world why he is one of the best right wingers and one of the best wingers in world football right now. And he's getting close to that Lionel Messi record of 31 assists. And I think he'll get it. He still has quite a few matches left. I think Bayern will go through in the Champions League, so they'll keep going. And I think in the Bundesliga as well, I think he can still do it. Um, but yeah, what a brilliant performance from Michael Elise yesterday. What a brilliant performance from Manuel Neuer yesterday. I feel like Madrid are still kind of in it. Do I think they go and win it? I don't think so. I think if Bayern had their shooting boots on yesterday, they could have finished the game up in the second half. I feel like at the end, at the around 80th minute, after 80th minute, I feel like Bayern had quite a few chances, which I felt like they should have finished. Jamal Musiala yesterday, I felt like he was a bit underwhelming for me. I think when he came on, Bayern really just lost pressure. They lost the press. They lost the control. It was just like Gnabry was. I feel like Gnabry, although he missed chances, I think was better because he was keeping that pressure on. He was linking up. He was tracking back. I think when Musiala came on, they kind of lost a bit of that, which uh, which obviously made Real Madrid get more control and attack, which is how they got their goal. But I think Bayern finish it off in Munich. I think Bayern have enough firepower, and I think Real Madrid's defense is just too open. And I think Bayern will get their chances at Munich, and I think they will at Munich finish their chances if they have their shooting bits on, especially when they have one of the best number nines in Harry Kane, who also I think had a decent game against Real Madrid, scoring that goal. Now then, we move on to PSG, Liverpool, and PSG schooled Liverpool. Arne Slot, he's been talking in interviews, right, in the Premier League. He's been talking about how the Premier League, the teams they play on long throws, they play in corners, set pieces, blah 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 blah. And he said, "Oh, I love PSG." He keeps going on about PSG the whole season. Oh, I love how PSG play. Oh, I want to play like that. If we all played like that, then Liverpool would be good. Well, they played like that today. You played PSG themselves. What did you do? Zero shots on target. Zero XG created. Zero. Terrible performance from Liverpool. PSG and Liverpool don't deserve to be on the same pitch. That's what it felt like today. PSG were just knocking about. I mean, João Neves and Vitinha. Oh, what a brilliant duo. I mean, we've seen some unbelievable duos, right? Xavi Iniesta, Modric Cruz, um, some of the midfield duos for Brazil, for some midfield duos for France with Kante, Pogba in the World Cup. We've seen some brilliant duos, but this duo is soon gonna take over football, and I think they already have. I think this is one of the best midfield duos, if not the best midfield duo in world football right now when they're at their peak. I mean, brilliant performance from them. Both of them, they're just so good. João Neves, he's more of the aggressor. He's more of the dog in the midfield, whereas Vitinha, he's the controller, calms things down, just plays the ball around, touch, play, touch, the tiki taka kind of style. That's Vitinha. And I think that the front three, just brilliant. Quara, Dembele, Due, just the individual quality. This is what I mean when I say individual quality. Both the goals that PSG scored today, very low XG chances, but they score. Why? Because they have the individual quality to score these goals. Unbelievable individual quality. They're not trying to always pass the ball into the net. Sometimes they're just giving it to players who have so much quality, they can create a chance and create a goal out of nothing. And that's what Kara and Due did today. The Due goal deflection goes in. I think it was very hard to say for Ashwili. But I think Van Dijk could have probably gone closer to Due there, and the defending could have been better. I think Due got too much space to turn inside their own box and get a shot through. The Quara goal was just brilliant. I mean, the way he dribbled past the keeper, dribbled past the defense, faked them, and then put it in. I mean, Kvaratskhelia, man. For me, this guy is right now, currently, the best left winger in the world. He's absolutely unbelievable. He's so good. And I think he's so underrated just because he doesn't have, I don't know, just because he has a Georgian flag next to him. I feel like people underrate him so much. But I think this guy's so good. The amount of technical quality this guy has, the pressing he does, the defensive work rate, the pace he has, and the shot. Oh my god, the shooting. The shooting is just so good. And then the dribbling as well. This guy's the complete package, and this guy's one of the best left wingers in world football right now, if not the best left winger in world football. He's brilliant. And I think he was amazing today. I think Dembele was unlucky not to get a goal today. The penalty call for Zaire Emery, I think that wasn't a penalty. I think that was a clean challenge. Obviously, the referee went back, looked at it. I think Zaire Emery, he's trying to sell it too much, and it wasn't a penalty for me. But I think, again, PSG as well today, they could have scored more than two. I think they could have gone home with at least 3 goals today. And Liverpool are lucky they didn't. I think Dembele hit the post once. I think there's some instances where Quara could have scored. Doué had a great chances about two after he scored his goal. So I think PSG really taught Liverpool a lesson today, and I think they go back to Anfield and they get the win. I don't think I don't give really any chances to Liverpool for Liverpool to come back. I think PSG will wrap this up quite comfortably. Um, and then my predictions for the semi-finals, I think is going to be Bayern PSG on this side, and on that side is going to be Arsenal and Atletico Madrid. Because Barcelona, are you guys hoping? Oh, Barcelona's going to come back? They're not going to come back. Spoiler alert: they're not going to come back. Trust me, I watched this club. I watched this club. They're not going to come back. You're going to go into that game and think, oh wow, we're playing so well. We're going to play well. We're going to play well against Atletico that game, but we're not going to come back. We might score a goal and we might make it close, but we're not going to come back. We're not going to come back, and we're not going to win the game. Atletico's going through. Let's look at the next season. Let's win this La Liga title. We're 7 points clear. We're going to get this La Liga title. Let's be happy with these 2 trophies, and look at the next season, bro. See, continue. All right, continue the season. To be continued, kind of thing. But that's my review. I hope you guys liked it. Subscribe. I'm sorry I haven't been doing reviews. I've had a cold for a long time. My throat was sore. I couldn't speak. But I hope you guys enjoyed today. Like, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think in the comments of the Champions League night tonight. I'm very sad, but I think great games overall for any neutrals watching. See ya. Bye.